My name is Morgan Dennis, and I'm going to be talking about Costco and their strategy behind the free samples. If the first thing that came to your mind after hearing Costco was their free samples, you are definitely not alone. Shoppers love free samples for many reasons, and they even have an entire life on the internet. And these are some of the most funny and notable tweets that I found. I wonder what free samples Costco has laid out for my dinner tonight. When Costco giving out free samples and she becomes four different people. Um, I wish someone looked at me the way some folks look at those Costco samples. And this one on the right, Costco pushing samples of the hard stuff, showing the Tide samples. Not only is it funny, but it's also notable because it shows the variety of products that are sampled at Costco. So before getting into Costco's sample strategy, I want to talk about the difference between search and experience characteristics. So what are search characteristics? They are attributes of products or services that consumers can effectively evaluate before they purchase an item. These are most sought out by consumers because there are less risks associated with the purchase. And on the other hand, experience characteristics are attributes that consumers can only effectively evaluate after they've purchased the item and used it or consumed it. For example, Benihana is a company that provides search characteristics by cooking the food right in front of you. This allows customers to see exactly what ingredients are going into their food, exactly how it's being cooked, and they can make suggestions as it's going with full transparency of what they're consuming before and during the process of them getting it. On the other hand, like most restaurants, especially if you haven't been to the restaurant before and you haven't tried the menu items, then you will only find out if you like the item once you've tried it and once you've ordered it. So you are taking a risk in some aspect. In order to enhance customer value and loyalty, experience characteristics can be converted into search characteristics. So who is utilizing search characteristics? As I said before, consumers seek out search characteristics because they enhance customer value by making the product benefits and attributes transparent. Consumers utilizing search most are people who try before they buy, and these people prioritize safety and familiarity. They stick with routines and familiar products that they know they like. And these consumers are less likely to try new products, even with the company. And that's because these consumers have high product loyalty. Once they like something, it's hard for them to try something new. But knowing the product attributes before making the purchase is especially appealing to them. And who is utilizing experience characteristics? These are the risk takers. They may be influenced by trends and upcoming products. These consumers are more likely to try new products, and they are loyal to brands specifically. But these consumers also benefit from search characteristics because they are open to trying new products. So Costco is able to turn experience characteristics into search with their iconic, if I may say, free samples. So customers are able to sample items of all variety, as seen with the Tide, and another crazy one that I've seen is toilet paper. And this makes them more likely to purchase the item. As a wholesaler with a large variety of inventory items and selling items in bulk, there are these associated risks for customers when making decisions. So, for example, the risk of the product not working as desired, the risk of them not liking the food item they buy, or the risk of having to come back to the store to return the items are some things that might deter someone from buying something they haven't tried. Simply put, customers are more likely to buy products they have tried and know they already like. They are able to evaluate characteristics of the product, such as taste, texture, and smell, before making the purchase through Costco's free samples. Now they know that it is suitable for their needs or not, and this trial process boosts sales dramatically. Data proves this. Free samples have been known to increase sales by as much as 2,000% in some cases. For Costco specifically, from sample campaigns, featured brands, and frozen pizzas saw a 600% sales increase. Featured wines saw a 300% sales increase. Featured lipstick and mascara sales went up by 500%, and featured beer brands sales went up by 71%. So these are definitely significant. In comparison to other in-store mediums, the in-store demonstrations have the highest sales boost for Costco. And this is a graph of the percentage of shoppers who purchased items being sampled by product. So 1/3 of the shoppers who purchased ground turkey had sampled that product. All bagel and frozen purchases had been sampled. And nearly 60% of yogurt sales were purchased after sampling. So there's definitely a strong impact and a very direct impact. So the psychology behind it, one reason for this is because it drives people to try items they would not have otherwise tried. So it opens a new door that they would have overlooked if it had not been sampled. And there's more opportunity for them to be swayed to purchase. Another reason is because people are reminded of tastes and cravings they were not thinking about. For example, you walk into the store, you have a sample of a piece of chocolate, and now that you're reminded of what chocolate tastes like, you're more likely to make the purchase, especially if you're hungry. And another reason is because the reciprocation principle is a very strong human instinct. So studies have proven that when someone does something for you, you feel this obligation to do something for them in return. So after receiving a sample or seeing them make the sample, even, you're more likely to make the purchase in return. And as I said before, it also limits associated risks with purchasing. So in conclusion, by offering free samples of all types of products ranging from toilet paper to all types of food they sell, Costco increases customer value. The purchase decision is made easier for the customer by taking away the variable of whether they will like the product or not. And after a satisfactory purchase experience, shoppers are more likely to return. Free samples also make the shopping in-store experience more appealing and exciting, which creates a positive brand association. And this is especially shown by people's comments on social media. Therefore, the success of Costco sampling is not arbitrary. Taking free sampling into other industries would have the same impact on sales as customers benefit from search characteristics. And lastly, the more transparent the benefits, the more accessible to the consumer and the easier the purchase decision. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed some more insight into Costco's free samples.